Good morning.
Morning.
Ken Shepro, I'm the Vice Chairman of the Kane County Board, and I am pleased to call to order this meeting of the Executive Committee of the Kane County Board. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Bates.
Here.
Berman.
Berman here.
Ford.
Here.
Fries.
Here.
Gums.
Here.
Kenyon.
Here.
Caius.
Caius present.
Martin.
Present.
Molina.
Molina present.
Sanchez.
Here.
Strathman.
Strathman here.
Surges.
Burgess here.
Tepe. Weber.
Present.
Shepro.
Shepro present. A quorum is present. Congratulations to all the winners in yesterday's election. Some are still hanging. Congratulations particularly to Alderman-elect Steve Weber. And Steve, since you may be not at too many more of our meetings, why don't you lead us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag
Flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'm gonna keep, you gotta mute those other people.
May I have a motion to approve the minutes of the March 3rd, 2021, moved by Kenyon, seconded by Ford. Any additions, corrections, or comments?
Chairman,
Yes.
I discussed with our recording secretary about some modifications on page 7 and 8. I think we've got them corrected there, that second. So there will be some changes. I think they're set.
Did you receive those? All right. Perhaps Mr. Kenyon and Mr. Ford, would you amend your motion to as corrected?
Yes.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Mr. Caius. Any other discussion or comments? If not, clerk, please call the roll.
Bates.
Yes.
Berman.
Berman, yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fries.
Yes.
Gums.
Yes.
Kenyon.
Yes.
Caius.
Caius, yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Molina.
Molina, yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Strathman.
Yes.
Surges.
Yes.
Weber.
Yes.
They're approved.
Shepro, yes. All right. At this point in our meeting, we open the floor for public comment by anybody who wishes to do so. Is there anybody in the room who wishes to address the committee at this time? Hearing none, is there anyone online who wishes to address the committee? And if so, Blair, what is the protocol for them? There are nobody indicating that they wish? Yeah, I don't believe so. All right. In that case, we will move on to the monthly financials. Director Onzek, good morning.
Good morning. I only have a couple of items that are new since my report to the Finance Committee last week. The first item is that we have received word that of the estimated amount of riverboat revenue that we'll be receiving from the riverboats in Elgin, and that is 1.95 million. That's compared to the 4.2 million that we received last year. So that would be $2.25 million less than last year. And of course, that would be related to the pandemic and the economic impact of that. The second item I'll just bring to your attention is that the quarterly report for the CARES Act is due to the U.S. Department of Treasury on Monday. So I'll be using every minute I possibly can between now and then to pull that report together and submit it on time by the deadline. That's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions for Director Onzek? Thank you. All right, the next order of business is old business. And I believe that there is none. I will note for later in the agenda that the ordinance with respect to the repeal of the prohibition on marijuana sales in the unincorporated area was tabled to this date. And it being tabled to a specific date, it comes off the table and will be, I believe, proposed by Mr. Martin during his report. I think actually it's under exec. So we will get to that. New business, any new business? All right, so preliminary county board agenda for April 13th, 2021, Thomas Jefferson's birthday. These are items proposed for the consent agenda and the regular board agenda. Administration, Mr. Caius.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Administration has just one item this morning, approving the purchase of one 2021 Ford F-250 pickup truck for Kane County Division of Transportation. Lowest bidder for this item. We didn't go through the state on this one because of they have an issue that they're trying to resolve. The lowest bidder was Freeway Ford for $29,166. It is a budgeted item, so I move that I move this forward.
Moved by Mr. Caius, seconded by Mr. Fraz. Any discussion? If not, clerk, please call the roll.
Bates. Berman.
Berman, yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fraz.
Yes.
Gums.
yes,
Kenyon.
Yes.
Caius.
Caius, yes.
Martin.
Martin, yes.
Molina.
Molina, yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Strathman.
yes,
Sturgis.
Sturgis, yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Shepro.
Yes. Motion carries. Agriculture, Mr. Kenyon, I see you have a highly controversial matter to propose.
Oh, we're going to celebrate our 20th anniversary of the Farmland Protection Program. I'll tell you at first, the farmers were very afraid. They didn't know what was going to go on. And we've, under Janice Hill, you can't have enough money to satisfy them now. But they're very happy with the program. And if, let's say if Commissioner Sturgis wanted his farm to always be a farm, that's what he'd do. So his kids couldn't do anything else. But Nancy, are you going to say something? Or are you just here for backup?
just congratulations to the board on the 20th anniversary. And it's your policy, lets us continue. It's essential.
You have to speak into the microphone.
Yeah, sorry, wrong thing. It's your policy that lets us continue the program. And congratulations on the milestone. And we are the only program in Illinois. And it's not only your policy, but it's your financial commitment that we're able to bring those matching funds every year. And that's really critical to continue. And moving forward, we're going to be doing hopefully more than just the land protection, but really working toward conservation practices as we move forward. And then also, I would say too that, as Mike said, it's really essential that the families come forward because it's a voluntary program. And without them, we don't have a program either. So it's a combination of the board policy and commitment, the families, and the staff. It's an honor for us to bring the program forward. And it's not just me. Matt's here, all the directors previously, Tim doing all the great mapping that we do. It's a real team effort. So thank you, but congratulations. And we look forward to really celebrating all year.
I had the privilege of being a member of the Regional Planning Commission when this program was enacted, and it does seem hard to believe it was 20 years ago.
That's right.
I believe it was the first in the nation.
First in the state,
And
only in the state.
And the still one of the premier programs in the entire country. And,
That's right. Yeah, absolutely.
it's been a privilege to have that program in Kane County, and we thank you for your efforts and continuing efforts. And
Thank you.
is there any? Did you move it, Mr. Kane?
I would like to move that. we're once again, Kane County leads the way.
Sanchez seconds.
And Mr. Frost seconds. And any discussion?
Okay.
Everybody wants to second that. All right, if no others, we will call the roll.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fries,
Yes.
Gums.
Yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Shepro.
Shepro, yes.
Thank you.
County Development, Mr. Martin.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We have one matter before us today, which you will recall was discussed at last month's meeting to operate in tandem with the ordinance rescinding, proposing the rescinding of the marijuana prohibition within the county. The discussion resulted in the conclusion that that would be tabled, and that does, per Mr. Shepro's comment, show up in the executive session. That motion to rescind was continued this month pending receipt of draft zoning ordinances regarding how we in fact will conduct the cannabis administration within the county. Those are before us, and I move their approval.
Thank you.
And
And just for the record, we are moving from executive to your report, item 2 under executive, which is rescinding ordinance 19415. Without objection, we will hear them together. Is there a second to Mr.
Sanchez
Martin's motion?
seconds.
Mr. Sanchez seconds. Any discussion?
I lost you. What did you?
We are moving item 2, which was the repeal of the prohibition on marijuana sales
From executive.
from executive
Thank
to
you.
county to combine, since they are really in tandem.
Thank you so much.
And that was the vote, is to move it?
No,
Will be
we now have a motion to move both items to the consent agenda at the full board. That's been moved and seconded. So is there any discussion on that? Mr. Caius?
Just to be clear on it, we're moving from county development, that item, and item 2. and
Item 2 under executive rescinding ordinance
to the
19-415.
consent agenda.
The motion is to move both of those to the consent agenda.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Surges.
All right, any discussion? All right, please call the roll.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fries,
no.
Gums,
Yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Shepro.
Shepro, yes to forward to the full board. Motion carries. The item will be advanced to the board off the consent agenda. All right, anything else, Mr. Mark?
Nothing.
Thank you. Energy and Environment, Ms. Bates?
Yes, sir. We have 2 resolutions today. The first one is to adopt an amendment to the county code that is reorganizing, cleaning up, and making our article for rules of procedure for new pollution control facility site approval application in unincorporated areas of Kane County. This is to clean it up, reorganize it, and to make it more in keeping with the IEPA's rules. The citing application fees have not been changed. So I would like a motion to add this to the consent agenda.
Do you so move?
I so move.
All right, without
Gums will
objection, we'll consider both of those together. Is there a second?
Gums seconds.
Gum seconds. All right, any discussion? If not, clerk call the roll.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fries,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Strathman,
yes,
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe, oh, he's gone. Weber,
Yes.
Shepro.
Shepro, yes. All right, next is executive. We've already acted on item 2, so we have remaining 1 and 3. Let's see, Mr. Sanchez, would you present those items, please?
Oh, sure.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask a
yes.
question?
Yes,
So did we combine the citing resolution with the Army Corps of Engineers support?
yes, we did.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Sanchez.
Oh, yeah. So the first one, it's just the pretty standard housekeeping actions relative to the tax agent. Would you like me to move it as well, Mr. Shepro?
Do you want to, yes,
Okay.
well, let's do it that way.
Second,
Fine.
Surges.
Yeah.
All right, moved by Sanchez, seconded by Surges. Any discussion? If not, please call the roll.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fries,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes,
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Shepro.
Shepro, yes. All right, next item is item 3, approving King County's application to the USDA Rural Business Development Grant Program. Anybody want to present as that item or speak to it? Yes. May I have a motion to consider item
Surges
3?
moves.
Sanchez, second.
All right. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the motion.
Surges moves.
Surges. All right, Surges moves, Sanchez seconds. Good morning.
Yes, Matt Tansley with Kane County Development. Just to quickly give an overview, this is a resolution that we're putting forth in conjunction with a grant application that we recently submitted. And one of the requirements of the USDA Rural Business Development Grant was that we also have a resolution in conjunction with this, which provides authorization for the county board to submit the application. And since we didn't have that application, or I'm sorry, we didn't have that resolution at the time that we were submitting the application, we indicated in the application that we would have one forthcoming and that we would put one to a vote for the April 13th county board meeting. So to fulfill that commitment, that's why we're putting this resolution forward.
Thank you. Any questions? All right, any further discussion by the board? If not, clerk, please call the roll.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fries,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes,
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Shepro.
Shepro, yes. All right, next is finance and budget. Mr. Berman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We're lucky we only have 25 items this morning. Whether we want to go through each one individually or whether we want.
What I would think we would propose is that if you want to, first I had a question. My understanding was that item 18, the graduated scale for insurance, was to be removed or deferred.
Surges would motion to table that.
All right, Surges moves, seconded by Fries, to table item 18. Any discussion? Oh, no discussion. All right, clerk, call the roll.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fries,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Shepro.
Shepro, yes. Mr. Berman, the chair would entertain a motion to approve all remaining 24 items if there is no objection from the committee.
Mr. Chairman?
I think we need to find
Mr.
out if
Kais?
anybody's interested in speaking on anything individually, and we'll eliminate that from the consent.
Mr. Kayas.
Guys,
I'm sorry, can we, I have a question about item number 14.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Well,
what the best procedures after we,
We can move him, then he can bring up his.
yeah, you can ask that question. Is there a second to Mr. Berman's motion, seconded by Ford? All right, Mr. Kayas, you had a question regarding item 14.
yes, the language in item 14 was the authorizing creations of the toll bridge sales tax reserve fund. I understand it's just and the toll bridge operating fund and Long Meadow Bridge Renewal Fund. And I have Mr. Onzik explain what the.
Certainly. I understand, well,
Purpose of the change
I
in
understand that a correction was made to the draft that was at committee.
Right.
Mr. Onzik.
Yeah,
What would you like for me to explain that so I don't repeat myself from last time?
go ahead and repeat yourself.
Okay. These are three funds that are required by our bond covenant and by our, and also they have been reviewed as far as the setup of these funds with our bond counsel, just to make sure that they're in order. The only thing that we would have control over at our discretion is the name of the funds. And that's where, I had made that error in referring to that maintenance fund as the toll bridge maintenance fund, when in reality, it's the maintenance for the bridge, whether it's a toll bridge or not a toll bridge. So that language has been removed from any description of that particular fund. And these funds, once they're set up, because this is just purely an accounting issue, these funds are there forever in the accounting system, even after the debt's been paid off, and if the toll goes away, these funds always have to remain as just our accounting history. So there's no sunset, clause regarding these specific funds.
Thank you. This also gives me the
Mr.
opportunity to
Kayas,
speak
is it
against
your
it.
desire to remove item 14 from the motion to approve?
Yes, it would be anyway, but
All right.
yes.
All right, so we'll remove item 14 from Mr. Berman's motion without objection. And then that leaves us now with 23 remaining items moved and seconded. And is there any other further discussion? If not, will the clerk please call the roll on items 1 through 24, but without item 14.
without item 18.
So we're omitting item 18, and then we're removing item.
Item 18 was already, I'm sorry, item 18 was tabled, and there was a motion to approve the remaining items, and with the exception now of item 14.
Right.
So it would be to restate items 1 through 13, items 15 through 17, and items 19 through 25.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you for that correction.
Bates,
Yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fraz,
Yes.
Gums,
Yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Caius,
Caius, yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Weber, Shepro.
Shepro, yes. All right, so that leaves us with item 14. Mr. Berman, do you renew your motion to approve item 14 and forward
I
it?
guess I make a motion, we approve item 14.
All right, is there a second for item 14? Seconded by Fraz. Any further discussion? Mr. Caius? Okay.
Well, I have no objection to setting up the accounting for this. I'd like to, again, speak against the, what I consider to be an unfair tax on the burden on our residents in Northern Kane County, that this toll represents, and it's a regressive tax that costs us at least 30% of the amount that's collected that goes to nothing, no improvement of roads or anything else.
And
that's fine.
is it your request today that this be forwarded off consent to the
Yes.
board agenda? All right, so noted.
Well, actually, we're going to vote for it, right? I'm going to vote against
We're
it.
going to, yes. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Bates. For item 14. Berman.
Berman, yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fries.
Yes.
Gums.
Gums, yes.
Kenyon.
Yes.
Caius.
Caius, no.
Martin. Molina.
Molina, yes.
Sanchez.
Yes. All right, sorry.
Strathman.
No.
Surges.
Surges, yes.
Weber.
Yes.
Shepro.
Shepro, yes. Motion carries. This will be forwarded to the county board agenda off consent. All right, anything further, Mr. Berman?
No, I believe that's it.
All right, thank you, sir. Human Services, Mr. Surges.
We have two items to move forward today, but first I wanted to acknowledge our Baylor Bears championship. And then Mike, this is my first meeting with you in attendance. It's good to see you here, Chief. Thank you. We have two housekeeping items under amending employee handbook, amending personnel policy handbook sections for insurance benefits. All were sent to the board, and I appreciate Dr. Iqbal taking time to read them and send some comments back. But I would motion both of these to be advanced.
All right, now my understanding is that these were going to be deferred.
That is not my understanding, that these left committee to go to the state's attorney's office where some language tweaks were made that did not change the intent of the updates. Jamie Labrillo is here to speak on them specifically if we need to, but I have nothing from anybody saying.
I had a conversation with Madam Chair, but that, in any case, you made a motion. Is there a second to the motion? Seconded by Weber. Discussion. Well, I guess at this point, if
I would be happy to motion to amend my motion to not place them on the consent agenda if that adds any comfort.
Fine, I'll accept that. And will seconder accept that? Yes. All right. Any other discussion? If not, clerk, please call the roll.
Bates.
Please repeat the motion.
To extend forward off of consent agenda.
Right. To move
Yes.
both items, the two amendments to the policy handbook to the full board without, and not on the consent agenda.
Okay, thank you. Yes. Bates, yes.
Berman.
Berman, yes.
Ford.
Yes.
Fries.
Yes.
Gums.
Gums, yes.
Kenyon.
Yes.
Caius.
Go Gonzaga. Yes.
Martin.
Martin, yes.
Molina.
Molina, yes.
Sanchez.
Yes.
Strathman.
Strathman, yes.
Surges.
Surges, yes.
Weber.
Weber, yes.
Shepro.
Oh, yes.
Tepe,
No, thank you.
Tepe, yes.
Okay. Oh, we came, okay.
Sorry to be late.
How long have you been here?
I was at the new Kane Backs opening,
Oh,
so.
I'm sorry, but have you been here a little bit?
5 minutes.
I didn't, thank you.
Motion carries and welcome, Mr. Tepe. All right, Judicial and Public Safety, Ms. Molina. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Our Judicial and Public Safety Committee has 3 items we'd like to place on the consent agenda. First is proclaiming April 11th through the 17th as National Public Safety Communicators Week. Second is authorizing Kane County Emergency Communications to execute agreements for Motorola. And the third is a recommendation for Judy Canucula for reappointment to the Merit Commission. I move these three to the consent agenda.
All right, is there a second?
Gums.
Gum seconds. Without objection, we will consider all three together. Is there any discussion on any of those three items? If not, clerk, please call the roll.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fries,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Gaius,
Caius,
yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Strathman,
Yes.
Surges,
Burgess, yes.
Tepe, Weber,
Yes.
Shepro.
Shepro, yes. All right, thank you. Transportation, Mr. Fries.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, we have 12 items. I'd like to move all 12. And
There's second by
Second,
Kenyon. Without objection, we'll consider them together. My understanding also is that item 12, which was not included in the original agenda, has been forwarded to all board members by our efficient staff.
That's correct.
Any further comments, Mr. Fries?
I'm happy to go through them one at a time or address any one if any of the members have questions.
Let's take the latter approach. Is there any questions on any items?
I like it.
All right, if not, no further discussion. The clerk, please call the roll.
Bates,
Bates, yes.
Berman,
Berman, yes.
Ford,
Yes.
Fries,
Yes.
Gums,
Gums, yes.
Kenyon,
Yes.
Gaius,
Caius,
yes.
Martin,
Martin, yes.
Molina,
Molina, yes.
Sanchez,
Yes.
Strathman,
Strathman, yes.
Surges,
Surges, yes.
Tepe,
Yes.
Weber,
Yes.
Shepro.
Shepro, yes.
Thank you.
Motion carries. That concludes the agenda for the county board meeting. Is there any request for a closed session? Hearing none. Are there any committee reports?
Gums, Mr. Chair.
Yes.
Just briefly, Legislative Committee would like to thank all the county board members and the county chair for getting HB 2415 through and signed by the governor. Excellent job, everyone.
And 2415, I believe, is the bill which restores our availability for the cannabis tax. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And when will we start seeing the money?
That's a good question.
Next month.
Soon. Next month, yeah.
Yeah. All right, thank you. Any other committee reports?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes,
I
Mr.
have a
Price.
comment. This isn't on my committee. I don't serve on health or on human services, but I'm just wondering if there has been any discussion or suggesting that there should start to be discussion about reopening our county offices over the next few months as the vaccine becomes more and more prevalent. When we went into lockdown, the departments really didn't get much guidance from above. And I would like to hope that we start to get some uniform guidance either from the health department or somebody on, when our employees are fully vaccinated, at what point we can start returning our offices to full service.
Mr. Surges?
I would
can
be
you
happy to
speak
work
that?
with Mr. Sanchez and the department heads and come up with a strategy, if you will.
Thank you.
Jared, did that be okay with you?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Drew.
Any other reports, questions, or comments? Mr. Sanchez?
Thank you, Mr. Shepro. Just a brief update on what's going on with public health. Many of you realize Madam Chair is at the opening of the Elgin Mass Vac site. It is unique in that it's in Cook County, just outside of the county line, but we're working together. It's a really good location for that community, both sides of the county line. So that's been one of the big pushes since we opened Batavia, was to work with the Guard to open up a site in Aurora and Elgin. And tangential, at the same time, I've also been working on a site in Carpentersville, Can't release any details on it yet, but we're hoping to have a site in Carpentersville open in 2 to 3 weeks from now. So that's kind of where we're at with public health stuff. My intention is to have a presentation on vaccines at the next Public Health Committee meeting. Hopefully just with some simple explanatory information about the different types that are out there, and then addressing some of the misconceptions and rumors that float around and get picked up pretty readily. So we're going to try and address some of those at the next Public Health Committee meeting. And if you guys have any questions on the vaccines that you'd like addressed, let me know, send them my way, and I will include them in whatever we present. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Ford.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tepe, you had your first.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. First off, my apologies for being late this morning. I was at the opening of the new Kane Vac Center, which went extremely well. And I wanted to echo not only what Mr. Sanchez says, but also the fact that by the time I left, people were already coming in to get their vaccine shot. So the Kane Vac's location that is in cooperation with Cook County is open and running as of right now. So a lot of effort's been put in by the health department, and my congratulations to all their work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tepe. Mr. Ford.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to say, speaking of the vaccine, I have witnessed the efforts and an extreme strong coordination of the VNA, and just like to put in a good point for them, because they have been really good at what they've done with running these vaccination sites that I have seen. So we should really give our VNA something when all this is over with, award and recognition in some kind of way. Thank you.
Perhaps you might contact them and coordinate with the board office and arrange for that to happen. Thank you.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Mr.
Just
Sturgis.
to follow up on Mr. Ford's comments, Jake Zimmerman participated in a live stream this past week on a Facebook Live with one of the senators, and explaining the extraordinary efforts that the VA has made to accommodate and bend over backwards to make sure that we're getting these vaccines out to our veterans. And if for anybody that didn't see it or didn't participate, Jake represented us well. So.
While we're on the topic, am I correct that beginning on the 14th, vaccines will be available, appointments available to anybody over the age of 14?
It's on April 12th, and it'll be 16 and up.
Okay.
Yeah.
General idea is okay.
And we're just waiting for word from the IDPH on when we're going to open up to that age bracket, but we assume it's going to be, if not right away, pretty quickly. We're still working on a dwindling supply. So.
All right, thank you. Are there any other committee reports or
Mr.
comments
Chairman?
from the board? Yes.
Bates
Ms.
here.
Bates.
Speaking for the Energy Environmental Committee, I want to say that we are working on a proposal that will put possibly 8 acres of solar panels in the back acres of the Judicial Center that would save the county $150,000 a year. We're excited about this proposal. We're moving it forward, and I am taking people on walkabouts to go see those acres. So if you would like to go for a hike, bring your hiking boots, and we will go out and see where those 8 acres of solar panels would fit nicely into the backyard of the Judicial Center. I would also like to thank the Health Committee for opening up a center in Aurora at the old Carson Center. I'm very excited about that and very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Frost.
Yeah, just to comment on that, we will be, at administration, we will be opening up the discussion now that we have our new architectural firms coming online. We're going to be opening up the reinvigoration, redoing of our master plan for the Judicial Center out there. So Mavis, I would just ask that you don't move that forward as a resolution until such time as our land planners can include that and look at the whole situation out there.
That's fine. That's great. Thank
So
you.
that will be part of that plan.
Thank you. I guess we're going to probably hear more officially about this, but I would also note that on April 30th, we will be dedicating the new multi-purpose building, otherwise known as the coroner's new morgue. And I know, Mr. Fries, you were instrumental, I believe, in getting that off dead center. And I think it will be a great day for all of us who wanted to see that done.
Yeah,
And
it'll be a great day. It's amazing how fast the year went. And as I've mentioned before, we completely dodged all the things we were concerned about, including supply shortages with COVID. And things have just gone stunningly. And I think we had 15 truckloads of furniture show up Monday morning. So furniture's going in, computer terminals are going in. We're ready to go. So hope everybody can be there.
Great, thank you. Any other comments, questions, observations? If not, I will entertain a motion to adjourn by Mr. Kenyon, seconded by Mr. Sanchez. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.